Gilmore here on this late Thursday night, April the 28th, 2022, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, April the 29th, 2022. Thank you all for watching right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there, dude, in my pants, down in the description box, and subscribe to this channel and all my channels, which are in my pants, down in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap, slap, beat that bell to death, and turn on all notifications so you never ever ever miss an upload. That's pretty much all you gotta do. So thank you for your support, and if this is your first time watching, please make sure to smash that like button to death. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, show my other channels some love, they're all in the description box, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Twitter link is down below if you're on, and Instagram as well, down below. If you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Gilmore, you'll find me somewhere. But it is what it is. And don't forget to share the video all over the goddamn internet, and don't forget to tap and slap that fucking bell. I would say it's there for a reason, but not really, but tap it anyway, and hopefully Susan and her mutants send my videos out to you. If not, you can call her a bitch. It is what it is. Alright. Well, I got some sad news to report, because, well, Lauren, my tribal queen, is here. What's going on, Lauren? Sorry about today. I was in a little bit of a mood, but from other things, but it is what it is. Lauren walks in with a sling on her right shoulder. Did you hurt yourself? I hope not. Prophecy's taking some hits lately. You know, we've been taking a lot of hits, but we're still here. But it is what it is. I took a big one yesterday, but came back today, and I had a decent day. But not how I wanted it to go, but still I made the most of it. I'm just hoping tomorrow is a good day. Oh, it's Friday, so it's payday, so hoping I get my check, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with all that, with that situation. But in any case, you know, but it is what it is. So this whole week has been really, but that's pretty much it, and that's it. Damn, Lauren fell out of a tree, injured her right shoulder. Ew, how the hell did you get in the tree? First of all, what were you doing in a tree? That's kind of I hope this is a real injury. I want to see pictures. So, I mean, if it's a troll job, then I understand. But if it's real, I understand. I hope you feel better, and I hope you recover pretty damn soon. But yeah, shoulder injuries are not fun. I should know, because I broke my collarbone many moons ago. Back in my high school days, when I was a senior, like 2 weeks before actually was supposed to start my senior year of high school, I got hit by I got into a car accident and broke my collarbone. Had to go to the hospital, and then I was put in a body cast for like about a month. Wasn't pleasant, because I had to sleep on my back, even though the first night I slept on my freaking, I was sleeping on my back, and I turned over, and I wasn't supposed to, and I was screaming in pain and everything, and I had to get put back on my back. Wasn't pleasant. And then, when they took off the body cast, I went hiking with my uncle in Jersey, and, it was a good hike and everything, but coming back, down the trail and everything, I didn't see that there was a step leading up to a like a small bridge, and then I didn't see the step, and I stepped, and I hit the step, and I fell, and as I was trying to fall, I was trying to hold myself, but I was able to hold myself, but getting up, I kind of almost re-aggravated the shoulder injury. So it was pretty bad, and after that, when I went to school, I had to get somebody to help me carry my book bag to class and everything. So they would walk me to class and then leave and then come back after my class, and then when I go to lunch, they go, and then I'd have to find the guy when I have to go to my next class and everything. So that was it. I did that for about a few weeks, but other than that, shoulder's fine. I'm strong like a freaking brick wall. So, but it is what it is. Lauren, I'm sorry that oh, you got locked out of the apartment. Yeah, one of those things. Yeah, that happened to me a couple times. Not in this Casa del Gilmore, my old Casa del Gilmore, but yeah, I got locked down in my house a couple times, and I had to climb in the window, and I almost fell a couple times. Never fell out of the tree, but But it is what it's up. Yeah, it just sucks. To climb on the roof, ouch. To climb on the roof, to climb through my bedroom window. Ooh. I hope it wasn't like a big drop, but I don't know how your appointment looks like, but that's sad, man. I'm sorry, Lauren. I feel bad for you. I hope you hope you get better really quickly. How long are you going to be in the cast? Hopefully not too long. I would say probably about a couple weeks, and then just ice it. Do what you can. Two-story apartment building. So it's a two-story. You fell 2 floors basically. That had to hurt, but. Thankfully, you didn't land on like concrete or something like that. Hopefully, you landed on something soft or not. Well, can't say soft because you hurt your shoulder. So that's troubling. So, but I mean, Lauren knows how to take falls. I mean, she's taken bumps before, but she used to be a wrestler and everything. But I guess falling out of a tree, you can't really fall and try to brace yourself and you can't do a flat back, like how the wrestlers fall on their back and everything, because you're falling out of the tree and they're like bloop, 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 bloop. Ooh. I'm not making fun, Lauren. I'm apologize if I am, but it is what it is. Yeah, lock out the apartment, 2-story apartment, not a cast, just a sling. All right. Well, at least it's not a cast. That's a good thing. So sling, at most, you'd be in a sling for, I would say, a week or 2. That's what it is, and that's personally what it is. But hopefully you feel better in about a week or 2, and then at least you're still here. That's fine. That's great. Thank you for the support as always. And that's that. But yeah, like I said, the prophecies have taken a couple of hits, but we're still here. I took, like I said, I took a hit. I can't really talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. I'll just say it's pretty bad. It was a pretty bad day yesterday, and I had to run around today, and nothing really got done today, and now I gotta wait. Hopefully, things start getting better in the next week or so. But it is what it is. But tomorrow, I have a pretty good day playing tomorrow, so. So after work, I'm going to some baseball. So, climb the tree to get through the window. Yeah. I used to have a tree. My parents used to have a tree by their house, and I used to have cats that would get out somehow. Because when I opened the door, the cats would run out. They run up the tree, and I would have to get my best friend Alex to come. Like, hey, can you climb up the tree and get them? Because I can't climb a tree. Because God forbid I climb up the tree and I fall down. It's like I wouldn't be talking right now probably, but but after a while we chopped down the tree. We don't have it there. My parents don't have it there no more. So, but it's scary. Even with my friend going up to get the cats and everything, and have them, or try to just shoo them off the tree, and then next thing you know, they're in the next door neighbor's yard, and that's a pain in the ass. But I understand. Where you come from. Had the window open, went back, lost my. Ooh. Gotta be careful. But at least it wasn't a serious injury. You just hurt your shoulder, and a sling is nothing. It's just a pain in the ass to sleep. That's the only thing. So just don't make sure you sleep correctly so you don't aggravate it. Put some ice on it. Put some Robitussin on that shit. Because Robitussin heals everything. But I digress. But hope you feel better pretty soon there, Lauren, and hope you have a good weekend. But like I said, even with the shit that happened the last couple days with me, scratches and a bruised shoulder, could have been a lot worse there, Lauren. Could have been a lot worse. You could have broke the shoulder, broke clavicle, scapula. You could have died. That would have been unpleasant. But at least you're okay. That's all I care about. She's one of my good friends, and I would hate to hear that from Nick or from Prince or from somebody that something serious would have happened to you. That hurts. I hate losing friends, especially a good friend like you. So it is what it is, and we move on. Right side scratched up. Yeah, that'll go. Those scratches and the scratches will go away. The bruising, it'll stay there for a little bit. I know about bruising and shit, but yeah, we've all been injured before. I mean, my kneecap got all fucked up way back when I used to play hockey. I was out for like 4 months because I had to get surgery on the knee because my kneecap got completely shattered. I was on crutches for a couple months. I had to do a little bit of rehab, and that was a pain in the ass. But yeah, and then my shoulder. That was like when I was like, what old was I? I was like 16 or 17. Many moons ago, back when I was a little bitty hoaxer dude. But that's a pretty much all about that. But anyway, hope you feel better, Lauren, and just rest up on ice when you can. If you need to take a painkiller, take it. But be easy on those painkillers. Don't need you ODing and dying and shit like that. But so like I said, the last couple of days have been haven't been so good, especially Wednesday. Well, yeah, yesterday wasn't so good for me. Today was alright, I did some things, went out to lunch with the missus, and then basically slept the rest of the day after. Well, I worked, and then I had to do some things, and then went out for lunch, and then came home and slept because there's nothing on Thursdays. I would have watched New Japan, but I got it on DVR, so I get to watch that later. Yeah. So, but yeah, tomorrow, I got a pretty productive day, and then really the weekend I got really nothing to do. Besides hoping I get some, besides getting some sleep because I'm off on the weekends, so. Well, so I'll be watching some baseball and maybe some USFL. Nothing really on Saturday and Sunday, there's no wrestling, so. Probably just chill, maybe do the yard. Actually, it's gonna be a nice weekend, so my weeds are starting to come up in my front yard. So I'm gonna try to at least do some of my yard probably on Saturday, and then probably Sunday I'll probably just do nothing, watch some TV, and then clean the house a little bit, and then maybe do a couple of streams, like couple of chill streams and stuff like that. I was supposed to do the metal forum, but I'm probably gonna hold off on that till maybe Saturday or maybe Sunday, depending on how I feel. So, because I won't be around at all tomorrow night, so I'm gonna miss. Well, even though SmackDown and Rampage are taped tomorrow, we all know the spoilers. So I'm gonna watch SmackDown and Rampage probably when I get home late tomorrow night. Probably won't be home till about midnight. So I'll probably stay up and watch that, and then do the review probably sometime Saturday afternoon. And then I might do a Saturday, either another stream Saturday night or just take the rest of Saturday off. And then probably Sunday afternoon I'll do a metal forum type stream on the Metal God channel. We'll talk metal. Got a lot of things to talk about. Because I want to do like a music type Q&A stream. We'll talk about music. Maybe Lauren will be here. Maybe I get Prince to come in. Maybe Nick. I don't know where Nick is. I know Nick is probably busy, but, he's on other streams at the moment. Not now, but, he's a busy man, but, somebody get Nick to get his ass back on my show. What the hell is going on here? And I keep, I remind him, but it is what it is. But yeah, probably Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, I will do a metal Q&A stream on my Metal God channel, and we'll talk about certain things in heavy metal. I will be I'm going to do a review of Metal Lords, which I just watched tonight. It is fabulous. It is fabulous. That movie. It's a movie or not a series, but it's on Netflix. I watched it tonight with the missus. It was so good, just so fucking good. And cameos by Scott Ian of Anthrax, Kirk Hammett of Metallica, the legend himself, not the metal, he is the Metal God, but, I'm the Tribal God, the Metal God himself, Rob Halford, and, who else was in that? There was 4 guys, I forget who the other guy was. I think it was maybe 3 guys. I have to look at it again, crap. I think it was Scott Ian, Rob Halford, and Kirk Hammett, but I think there was another guy with them. In that, there's a scene in the. I'm not going to give it the whole thing away because you need to see it on Netflix. But there's a scene in there with Scott Ian and Kirk Hammett and Rob Halford. I think one other guy, or in like a dream sequence. But still, the movie, the whatever it is on Netflix is good. I wish it was a series, but still, it is freaking awesome. Epic. Good songs on that too. War Pigs and Painkiller. I can't scream it because who's sleeping. Painkiller is in it. The Trooper by Iron Maiden. A couple Iron Maiden songs in there. A lot of good shit. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I did remind him on Discord, so it's 1:15. He probably went to sleep, the bastard. Probably get drunk. Anyway, Lauren says Johnny Depp's band is awesome. Yeah, they are. They pretty much are. And some new videos came out this week. The new Black Label Society video came out, and some other stuff. New Coin video came out. New Motionless in White came out. So. Good shit. By the way, Motionless in White is now on Roadrunner. Someone forgot to send me the memo, and then I got it late. I did get it, yesterday. It's like, oh. One of my coworkers messaged me. I was like, hey, Peter, did you hear that Motionless in White is on Roadrunner? It's like, well, why didn't I get notified? So did you check your email? I'm like, oh, there it is. Why didn't we have a meeting about this? But but it's good now. Roadrunner now has Motionless in White. I forgot I think they're on I forgot what the album what label they were on before, but now they're on Roadrunner. Not that bad, you know. There's many great bands that have been on Roadrunner. Slipknot, Stone Sour, in this moment as well. For basically one album. But, you know, Sepultura, which is not, you know. I mean, Roadrunner is still around. For those of you people that think that Roadrunner died, no. Still around. It's still around. I don't work for them no more, but because I went to another record label, but it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. But Roadrunner is still around. I know, and the people that I used to work for, that, you know, they're still there. They miss me now, but I went to bigger and better things. More money, too. Gatorade is Thursday. Okay. Move on from that. Alright, Laura says Jerry from the Dead. That, Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead? Or was it Jerry Garcia from, you know, Ben and Jerry's? I hate that ice cream. That ice cream is terrible. But I digress. Hollywood Vampires. Yes, that's Johnny Depp's band. Yep, Jerry Garcia. There you go. Legendary guitar player, by the way. And I don't really I don't really, you know, listen to the Grateful Dead, but the only song that I actually like by the Grateful Dead is of Touch of Grey. That's the only song I actually know by the Grateful Dead. So, Touch of Grey. Okay, not gonna sing. But it is pretty much what it is. But Grateful Dead's a great band. That's all I gotta say about that. Jerry Garcia died way too soon, I think. But he was involved with, you know, with the drugs and all that shit. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, guys, that was that it was him? Why can't I see him? I have to look at it. I have to watch it again. I'll watch it again maybe later tomorrow. Or maybe on the weekend I'll watch it again. But if you say so, Jerry Garcia was the other guy. I didn't see him. All I saw was Scott Ian, Rob Halford, and Kirk Hammett from Metallica. But now it's the fourth guy was Jerry Garcia. As a hologram. It wasn't like the actual Jerry Garcia, of course. We all know that. Because he died many moons ago. But all I know is I saw three guys. I might have missed Jerry Garcia maybe in that cameo where, you know, the kid was getting with that chick in the hot tub, and then Scott Ian and Kirk Hammett and freaking Val Halford, like, is this kid really doing this? And he has that, you know, that messed up chick as a girlfriend. Who plays the freaking violin as a bass, you know. Bag band. Skullflower. It was called Skull Fuckers, but stupid Dean changed it at the freaking Battle of Bands to Skullflower. Stupid. And was it me or did the chick, the black chick at the end look like, what's her name, what's her name, you know, the chick that played, Angela, it looked almost like Angela Bassett for a second. Like, who the hell is that? It looks just like her. But I think I was wrong. But, you know. But still, it is Donna Summer. That was not Donna Summer. I know Angela Bassett played Tina Turner in the movie with Ike and Tina, or the Tina Turner movie, whatever it was. Yeah, it was Tina Turner there, Lauren. Bag Band, it was in there. It's in there. So. Yeah, but still, Metal Lords is pure metal right there, man. It's like classic 80s good shit, man. Good stuff too, man. What I mean, well, they did have a little picture of Ozzy, which is nice. You know, blah blah blah. Speaking of Ozzy, you know, sad news to hear from Ozzy that Ozzy fucking got this fucking virus now. And yeah, Ozzy got the COVID. I think he's fully vaccinated, but just a really bad time to get COVID. Just really bad time, especially at his age. He's 73, so. Sharon was on the Talk UK yesterday, and she said that she's leaving to go back to LA to you know, be with Ozzy. Ozzy's doing okay. He's feeling okay. He's doing okay, but you know, he has to take the precautions and everything. He has to quarantine, but for at least a week or 10 days. But you know, he's 73, so you gotta worry, especially all the shit that he's been through. And he's supposed to get one more operation. I don't know on what. I don't know if it's his back or his leg or his neck. I think it was one of those, his neck or his back or his leg. And then hopefully, you know, I would say by. I thought he was doing the farewell tour, because I heard something that he was I heard that Ozzy was starting the European tour for the final farewell tour, the actual final farewell tour, so he says. But you know, now that he has COVID, so he's back home in LA. You know, Zach's is on tour now. It's gonna be storming through a town near you. Tell him I said hi, by the way. But yeah, he'll be in my neck of the woods in late August with Anthrax, and Hatebreed, and another band that's opening up for Hatebreed. So it's I forgot the name of the first band, and it's Hatebreed, then Black Label, co-headlining with Anthrax. Anthrax is the last band. So that's gonna be in Brooklyn, end of August. I can't wait for that. Hopefully I can get tickets still. Tickets were already on sale, and by the time I get them, they'll probably be sold out. But we'll see, because right now I'm actually saving money for my vacation, so it is what it is. And even though I've had bad news the last couple of days, I did get good news today. There was a light. There was some good news today. Got my tax return today. Problem is, I can't cash it for a while. So, but it is what it is. So probably, hopefully before I go on vacation, I can put that tax return in, because that's basically my vacation money. So we'll see what happens with that. Move on. Okay, Lauren says, loves the Queen movie. Oh, that's a good movie. The guy that plays Freddie Mercury is just... I think he won an... when he won an Oscar, I think, for it, right? Or Academy Award, something like that. Great movie. Rami, yeah. Not that Rami, but, you know. Yeah, Rami played a great Freddie Mercury. Tear-jerking movie, but still awesome movie. That's that. Lauren says it only lasts 2 weeks. That's if you get the COVID. But you know, like I said, I think Ozzy is asymptomatic. I think he's fully vaccinated. I think. But yeah, so he'll be sidelined for 2 weeks. But you know, gotta be, you know, I'm nervous because, you know, if we lose Ozzy, I'm gonna lose it. I know he's 73. I know, you know, he doesn't have many rocking years to go, but yeah, losing Ozzy is like, forget it. Like, metal, that is the day that metal dies, personally, but was Ozzy, like, influenced every fucking band. Everybody in the metal community. Including me and Lauren, too, and Prince, too. So So when Ozzy dies, it's going to be a very sad day. Yeah, just like Lemmy. I remember I still have that video on my Metal Guy channel the day that actually Lemmy died. It was right near his birthday back in 2015. Because his birthday is the same day as mine, so. So yeah, when Ozzy dies, it's gonna be really, you know, a sad day for metal. There's gonna be a lot of tribute videos coming out on YouTube, tribute albums and stuff like that. There's gonna be a lot of stuff with Ozzy for years to come. Tribute albums, covers. Zakk Wylde will probably do something, you know, he has to do something. Gus G will probably do something. Maybe Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler would do something. I'm not talking negative about Ozzy, Prince. Do you see me talking negative about the man that I freaking look up to? He's like basically my dad, because, you know, I'm the adopted Osborne. But why would I talk bad about my dad? Do I have to come smack you, Prince? Just saying. Anyway. But yeah, you know, I feel... yeah. But yeah, when Ozzy dies, it's gonna hurt me really bad because basically I grew up with Ozzy. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Ozzy was the first metal artist I actually saw back in the 80s, like 1988 on the No More Tours Part 1 tour. When No More Tears came out. Then I had to go back to get the old stuff, you know, the Black Sabbath stuff, which I have pieced everything from Black Sabbath. Then the solo stuff with Randy, so and don't, you know, can't forget Jake E. Lee. You know, I think if Randy Rhoads was still alive today, I wouldn't think we'd be here talking about Jake E. Lee or Zakk Wylde right now. I think I think Jake E. Lee would probably still be in Badlands or another band. Zakk Wylde would probably be with Pride and Glory, his actual band, and then make Black Label Society. You know, you wouldn't be hearing him playing on, like, you know, No Rest for the Wicked or, you know, any other Ozzy albums. Unless, you know, Ozzy, you know, God forbid, like, Ozzy and Randy ever had a dispute, and, like, Randy's like, I'm going solo. Which he probably would have anyway, but you know, things happen, you know, I think without Zakk Wylde, Ozzy, I don't know what would have happened with Ozzy, but, you know, because, you know, him and Jake E. Lee, after the Ultimate Sin, kicked him out, and then we didn't hear from Jake E. Lee until, like, 2014. You know, then he made Red Dragon Cartel, which I don't know what's going on with them. I don't even know what's going on with Jake E. Lee personally. Hope he's not, like, back on the drugs or on that shit. I hope not. I mean, I gotta give him credit for, you know, putting In This Moment, you know, on the map, really. Well, not on the map, but, you know, when he was on that metal show, not once, but twice. Who did he mention? In This Moment. Because he has a song with Maria on their debut album. So he did a favor to Maria and the band for the Blood when he did a guest solo for You're Gonna Listen, which is fucking awesome. And then in return, Maria's like, hey, I'll be on your album. Of course, Maria's everywhere. Not like that, you know what I mean. But Speaking of In This Moment, you know, they have a Mother's Day special. If you buy more than $100 of In This Moment merchandise, you get a free Maria doll. So, not that I'm gonna buy $100 of merchandise and get a free doll, but I get the doll for $5 or whatever its amount is. I can just get it off the website. You know, I would love to get it for free, but you know. You know, right now the funds are kind of low. So, it is what it is. It would have been nice to get some stuff, you know, for Mother's Day. You know, not that I'm gonna get my mom something like that, but you know. No. But yeah, eventually, probably after my vacation, I'm gonna start getting a little bit more band merchandise. I'm getting a denim. Hopefully, if they're still in stock, I'm getting a denim jacket that costs like $100. Then I might get some more, you know, some extra stuff, maybe some New Year's Day stuff. You know, cause save for some concerts coming up. I might go to Rob Zombie and Mudvayne at the PNC at the end of July. Then I'm hoping to go to Black Label Society and Anthrax and Hatebreed in Brooklyn at the end of August, and then see what's gonna happen in the fall, in the winter. I might go back to Florida in the fall. I might go back to Florida again in the winter for my birthday or New Year's, but that's up in the air right now. But long way to go. Wrestling Cat, what are you doing down there? Hope you're not dead. Well, she's still alive. Wrestling Cat's doing pretty damn good. Nope, she just yawned. How you doing, Wrestling Cat? You're doing good. You're such a good girl. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, but like I said, you know, go back to Ozzy, you know, he's fine, you know, he's gonna kick COVID's ass like Sharon kicked breast cancer's ass. Or cancer's ass, or whatever she had. Fuck the cancer, we kick his ass. Sharon! You know, Ozzy will kick cancer, well, he'll kick COVID's ass. And then, that's it. But, you know, seeing that video of Sharon just made me fucking cry. You know, because they've been together for 40 years as of this year. 40 years of the bowling chain, Ozzy and Sharon. You know, that's metal right there. Ozzy and Sharon, probably the greatest fucking metal couple ever. But, you know, it is what it is. That's pretty much it. All right, let's move on from COVID and move on from Ozzy. Let's see here. What did I miss here? Okay. Lawrence says my kid's sister is going to Jersey for the other concert. That's Lamb of God and Megadeth. I would have went to that one, but got no time. No money at the moment, but it is what it is. Okay, Rami, yup, he had the overbite mold brass, just like Lemmy. Well, yeah. When Lemmy died, that was a heart wrencher too. When Lemmy died, you know. What do you mean? I'm Lemmy. Ace of Spades got a wart in my face. You are cute with you, cute. All right. Okay. Easy, Lemmy. Easy. Go get me a Jack and Coke. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Go say hi to Cliff, by the way. Go hang out with Cliff. Bang out some motor breath, if you know what I mean. For those of you who know Cliff Burton from Metallica. Oh man, I wish he didn't die the way he did. Fucking bus. Fucking bus accident, you know. If Cliff Burton didn't die, you wouldn't be hearing about Jason Newsted or Rob Trujillo. Anybody ever that was kind of in, even Bob Rock, who was semi-bassist for Metallica. But fuck Bob Rock, by the way. Jason Newsted's a good guy. I met Jason Newsted when he went solo. When he was in that, he was in Voivod for a little bit. Then he was with Ozzy, of course. What a dream come true for him, huh? Being with Ozzy. Well, Metallica was his dream, was basically his dream, and then he went to Ozzy, then he went to Voivod, then he went solo, did the Jason Newsted band called Newsted. I saw him on his solo tour. I met him, and he's pretty damn cool. I met him when he had the freaking hair of doom, when he was swinging like a freaking. Remember when he had that long puncher vibe haircut? You know, every time he would headbang, you would see him like do a spiral with his freaking head. I'm like, that guy's metal, man. I wish I had a head of hair like that, but I don't, sadly. You know, look at my hair. My hair is like, I'm 45, man. I never had like long rock star hair up to my ass or anything like that. Probably, you know, if I did, I would have had more chicks back in the day, but, yeah. But, you know, I can't grow it down to my ass and play the loudest, fastest rock and roll I could, but, you know, not anymore because I'm getting old, so, move on. Where was I? Okay. Alright, Prince is here. I'm not talking about bad about Ozzy. Lauren says, it's like both of us had birthdays the superstars passed on. Well, Lemmy didn't die on my birthday. He was born on my birthday. He died before my birthday. Like about a week or so before my birthday, actually, I think. And his birthday, too. So, that kind of sucked. But, you know, it was good to be born on the same day as a rock legend like Lemmy, and then, you know, Jesus Christ! Can't beat that. Be jealous. It is what it is. Prince Ozzy says, bro, you're going to be okay, chill out. It's going to hurt, you know, when Ozzy dies, it's going to hurt a lot. So I'm going to be listening to Ozzy and crying up a storm for, like, months. Years, maybe, I don't know. If I hear it, you know, if I listen to an Ozzy song on the radio, God forbid, because I don't play rock and roll here in New York, but I do have Sirius XM, so I have to listen to Ozzy's Boneyard, or go on Sirius XM Octane or Liquid Metal, and I hear an Ozzy song, I'm gonna fucking lose it. It's Ozzy! Anyway. Alright, Lauren says, hell, Eddie died on my birthday in 2005. Eddie Van Halen did not die in 2005. There's another Eddie. Oh, Eddie Guerrero. Okay, I get it. I thought you were talking about Mutant Metal. I'm sorry, Lauren. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero in 2005. I remember that. Anyway, yeah, Eddie Guerrero dying. That was a sad day. I remember, you know, being on the radio in 2006 during a baseball game when that guy named Chris Benoit died. I was the first person to tell people about it. It was right after they went. The inning ended. You know, I played a little PSA and everything. Then I went on live. It's like, you know, we sorry to interrupt your program. This great baseball game, but it's like breaking news: Chris Benoit of the WWE has passed away. It's like more news later. That's it. So, what are you doing, Wrestling Cat? You're taking a nap. You had such a long day, didn't you? It is what it is. And Noah says, and F Tammy Sytch. Well, yeah. Yep, Tammy Sytch is, her career is basically over. And she's going to be going to jail for a very, very, very long time. She'll be talking to Bertha in jail. And getting a spiked colonic up her butt. Not the first time. This was. Lona says, next year, Prophecy gonna be invited to my second wedding. I didn't even know you were married the first time. Something new. I learn something new about Lauren almost every day. But, Yeah, if you get married again, find a schmuck to, be with, but I'm just kidding. You find a good guy to be with, I'll go to the wedding. As long as it's in the New York area, I'm not going all the way to Long Island. Just saying. Just saying, but yeah, I'd come to the wedding. Me and Rose will come. Princess Savannah would be there, definitely. Maybe Nick. We'll have a good old time. Just don't play shit at your wedding, please. You play all the classics for your the old folks, but but for like people like us, gotta play that 80s rock and roll, some metal. God damn it! That's what I would do if I had I get remarried or anything like that. Well, not remarried, but second marriage. You know what I mean? Renewing the vows. If I have like a little party celebration, little reception, that's what I would have. Play some In This Moment. Play some Slayer. Scare those cowboys that day. Yeah. I'll scare everybody in the reception hall playing Slayer, Angel of Death, or something or maybe Raining Blood or something like that. Play some Metallica, but mostly be 80s tunes, and Duran Duran, and Tears for Fears, and good stuff. Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, of course, Some good stuff. Good old rock and roll. Maybe I'll play some Nelson. Nothing wrong with Nelson. I love Nelson. Only those 2 songs they have, but I can't get what was that first name? This is the first name of that goddamn song. I Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection, and then the second one was probably one of my favorite Nelson songs, After the Rain. After the Rain. Then they had a third video, which was what was it? More Than Ever, I think it was called. That video sucked. That song sucked. But you know what I will play? You know the song. The greatest 80s song in the world. Oh, you think you know what it is? What's the greatest 80s song in the world? I'll put it this way. 1985, 86. Ish. It's about a band that you hear it almost every time on the radio and every time in the club too. No, it's not Bon Jovi with Def Leppard with Duran Duran. The greatest 80s song in the world. One of my favorites. Josie's got a vacation far away. Called her up to talk it over. I just want to use your love tonight. Oh, did I give that away? I'm sorry. But yeah, the Outfield, Your Love is probably the greatest 80s song ever. Just saying. But that will always be at my wedding. That song has to be played at every wedding. I don't care who the hell you are. But anyway. But yeah, Lauren, you better have some 80s tunes. Maybe some Isley Brothers tunes too, But gotta have some death metal in there too. Like Sepultura or something like that. Not that there's many, like light songs by Sepultura, unless you play like something from Soulfly, like Soulfly number 9 or something like that, those instrumentals like stuff like that. Alright, move on. I want to talk about that. Jack Daniels and Pepsi eating pizza better. Good job there, Prince. Good job. Alright, Lauren says, now, November, I thought you meant November, I'm changing my YouTube, Discord, Twitch names. Okay, YouTube videos too. Okay. Okay, Lauren was married November the 20th, 1994. 28 years later, she's looking to get married again. Or 29, who knows? Lauren says, I know DJs. Oh, I do too! I have a family member that's a DJ. And I'm a DJ too. Well, not a DJ, but, you know, I'm a college DJ. But it is what it is. Okay, Lauren says, it will be tasteful. Tasteful my butt, you know. I hear one bad song, I'm not gonna dance to you. With you, or anybody. See. I will get up and headbang to like a Metallica song. Even if it's nothing else matters. But yeah, if it's like Whiplash or something like that, you know, I'm gonna freaking start a mosh pit with me and Prince and Nick. Actually, it'll just be me and Prince, you know. If Nick gets involved, we'll just shove him out to, you know, we'll just say, get out of here, Nick. Nick will go like 15 feet and crash into a table or something like that. And it won't break, it'll be a Japanese table. Yeah, well, I digress. What are you doing, Western Cat? Alright, Lauren says, November the 20th, 2023. Well, about a year from now. Is that going to be the wedding? If it is, you know, let me know when and where. If I can make it, hopefully I can, but if it's in Long Island, there's probably no way I'm going to get there and back. Well, getting there, maybe, you know, with the LIRR. Getting back, I don't know. Unless I maybe, spend the night in Long Island at a cheap-as fuck hotel. But I digress. Anyway, we'll move on. Alright, okay, Lauren says, my song was Heaven by Bryan Adams. The legend Bryan Adams, by the way. Legend. He's a legend. That's a good song, too. Heaven is a good song. Personally, not my favorite Bryan Adams song. My favorite Bryan Adams song is Run to You. Oh, you thought it was Summer 69, right? Mm-hmm. That's another classic. I mean, I could play that on guitar backwards. He's got a new album out, I think. Forgot the name of it, but you know, he's still around. It is what it is, yeah. That's a good song to have. That's the your wedding song, I guess, was, you know, the first dance song. Stuff like that. Mine was Forever by that great band named Kiss. You know, it always will be if, you know, I ever decide to, you know, do it again. But yeah, that would probably be one. You know, I would play Kiss, Forever by Kiss, and then I would play I'd probably play Forever by In This Moment. Even though it's a harder song, but it's a lighter, hard rock song, but. Or I would play Bones, but it's too dark. I would lie with you, Bones, forever, you know, but. There's a few songs I would play by In This Moment. Well, especially for, you know who. Definitely play Beautiful Tragedy, because that's one of her favorite songs in the entire world, next to Sex Metal Barbie and Big Bad Wolf. That might be, you know, her song coming into the, you know, the reception. I would probably have her come in with Sex Metal Barbie, and I would just come in with, you know, Daddy's Fallen Angel. Okay, go on there. And I would play that at my wedding, too. I would definitely play that and scare those people that day. What the hell is this? Who picked this out? I did. And if you don't like it, get out. We're gonna rock. You know, if you come to, you know, my wedding reception, you're gonna rock out with your cock out. All right, you know, you're gonna have a blast. And if you don't like it, don't come. Stay home, or just enjoy the food and get out. Anyway, move on. Lauren says, my husband a DJ, so is my cousin, and my adopted father a DJ number 4 in New York, but lives in Texas. Okay. You know, like I said, I have a family member that is a DJ. He has his own company. Very good at what he does. His company is number 1 in New York, by the way. Number 1 forever. Oh, sorry. Okay, Lauren says. Sorry. Before we get Lauren says yes. All right, then we got my good buddy. I obviously know my tennis. He says, always remember Run to You from Vice City. Great tune. Hey, Pete, just tuning in. Great to have you. Run to You is a great song. Great song. Great freaking riff, by the way. It's a great riff, even though it's with a capo. But I can play without one. You know, there's so many your guitar covers that use the capo. Because that's what it, you know, the rhythm part, you know, you know, because it uses a capo because it's a different tuning. Not tuning, I should say, different key. But there are some videos that don't even use the capo. And I can play without the capo. Just a pain in the ass, the chord changes and everything. Because you gotta learn it without the capo. And I can do that. Because I'm smart. Basically an F tune. It's an F into a G into some type. I don't remember the actual chords, but one is an F. I think an F, a D, and I think like an A minor chord. Just look it up. Look up on YouTube. Run to You without the capo. There are different versions of the playthrough without using a capo. It's around, trust me. But yeah, it's a great song. Hey, tennis. Hey, Lauren. Hope all is well. Okay. Lauren's like, not really sort of injured. Lauren says, Forever by Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. Never heard that one yet. I will listen to that one. Beach Boys, another great one. I would use Kokomo. Aruba, Jamaica, do I want to take you and get a margarita? No. But yeah, I mean, well, speaking of Margarita, you know, gotta play Margaritaville for you know who. Wasting away down in Margaritaville. I just had 5 margaritas and I'm going to pass out. Anyway, oofa. Okay, yeah, Lauren suffered an injury. Yeah, she took one for the team. That's that. Okay, obviously, number 10 says, if I could get a band to play at my wedding, I'd love to have Guns N' Roses or the Foo Fighters. Well, if Taylor was alive. If I had a band play at my wedding, you know what it would be. In this moment, of course. I actually, when I got engaged, I went to the In This Moment show like a week after, and then I told Maria and the band, I was like, oh, guess what happened to me? So I went to Chris and I go to Maria, it's like, hey, you guys want to come to my wedding? And they're like, oh. They laughed it off, but, you know, I would love to have them. Not that they would play at my wedding, but, you know, just Maria and Chris, but, you know, because I gotta pay them. But yeah, if I had the full In This Moment band, now the problem is would I bring back the original In This Moment with Blake, Jesse Landry, and God damn it, Jeff Fab. I would possibly try to get the original band together, but still have, you know, Randy, Travis, Tom Hain, and Kent there. Wow, big jam. Big jam. But take what you can get. But yeah, Guns N' Roses or the Foo Fighters at any wedding would probably be awesome. You know, have Axl, you know, all we need is just a little patience. Singing Sweet Child of Mine and everything, you know. Then next thing you know, it's like, oh, Chinese democracy. God. with the Foo Fighters coming out, playing like, there goes my hero, watch him as he goes. And then they just break into, their little side project, the Dee Gees, playing the classic Bee Gees tunes. Staying Alive and You Should Be Dancing and all that good stuff. Yeah. Cool, Petey. Yes, thank you. Although without Taylor, the band wouldn't be the same. Yeah. I don't know what the Foo Fighters are gonna do now. If they're gonna still be a band, or they'll get somebody to replace Taylor. I don't think they could. But but it is what it is. So I don't know. But anyway. Jesse Konsopoulos played it on Full House. Yes, I remember that episode. He was in the video, and then, I think it was around the same time they actually had the episode where the Beach Boys came to the house, and they were singing with Jesse, and then, with little bitty Michelle. How rude! Well, not how rude, that's Stephanie. Little baby Michelle singing, "I'll be back, Jamaica." And then they had a concert, I think, at the San Francisco Giants game, I think it was, or somewhere in San Francisco. So basically, it was kind of a tie-in to the video, even though the video was made in Kokomo, which is in the Florida Keys. So good stuff back in the day. Oh yeah, I got the text. I'll look at it later. Don't forget salt for your margarita. Anyway, Times Like These is probably my favorite Foo Fighters song, but they have a range of classics, to be frank. But your name's not Frank. No. But yeah, anyway, they have a wide catalog of good songs. Learning to Fly. Yeah, I saw it. Lauren, I saw it. Don't worry about it. I saw the text. Don't worry. I'll watch it later. I got things to do. I'm going to get this video pretty soon, because I got to get up in the morning for work. And I got other things to do. But yeah, Foo Fighters had a great catalog. The first album was even great with Breakout, and then I don't owe you anything. I'll Stick Around, I think is the name of the song. Then Monkey Wrench, and Hero, and a lot of good stuff. And the Foo Fighters are just legends. Personally, my favorite Foo Fighters song is The Pretender. Great stuff. Okay. Obviously, No. 10 says, you do have a great taste in music, to be frank. Should be H. I'm not Frank, I'm Peter. A lot of the same sort of stuff I like, although I'm a bit more into alternative indie than metal, but still love all the old metal stuff. That's cool. I'm an old school metal guy myself, old school 80s guy, with the Duran Durans and Bon Jovis and, the glam metal and stuff like that, Michael Jackson stuff. I'm mostly an 80s kind of guy. But, I grew up with the 80s stuff, and then I graduated to, Ozzy and Metallica, and Pantera, of course, and, Judas Priest, and, eventually I got into Iron Maiden. I didn't like Iron Maiden at first, but then I started, besides Run to the Hills, that was the only song I liked by Iron Maiden. But, over the years, I started liking more and more old stuff from Iron Maiden, even the new stuff. Not that I have any new stuff except for the last album, which was the last album they have out now. What was the last album called? Senkaichu, Sengutsu, some weird Japanese name, but pretty damn good. But yeah, I grew up in the 80s, and then I graduated with the metal stuff. But I'm an old school metal guy, so I always gotta go with the classic metals, Black Sabbath, Rainbow and Dio. God bless Ronnie James Dio, a great man, and sadly, passed away a few years ago. Oh, here he is now. Hey, Ronnie! How you doing, Ronnie? We were off to the witch. Do we ever return? That's a mean by the Jack. Okay. Easy, Randy. Easy there, Ronnie. Easy. Just you hanging out with Randy. You and Randy, you can just form a. Oh, you guys, good lord, super group with Lemmy on bass and shit. Can't go wrong with Ronnie James Dio, but I'm more of a Dio fan than when he joined Black Sabbath, even though it was kind of Black Sabbath and he changed it to Heaven and Hell. I mean, Mob Rules is a great album and all, but after he joined Black Sabbath, I was like, But still, I mean, Mob Rules is great, and Heaven and Hell was even better, the second album with Ronnie. Then he went on to do Rainbow. Well, I think he was in Rainbow. Then he went on to do Dio, which legendary tracks. And then, well, Ronnie James Dio is a freaking legend. He is just a legend. What are you gonna say? Anyway. Okay, particularly Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Judas Priest, etc. Okay, that's the old stuff. You gotta get into the new stuff. In this moment, definitely in this moment. If you don't know, don't listen to In This Moment from Beautiful Tragedy up to now, you're missing out. Motionless in White, another great band. Seven Dust. Hatebreed, of course. Can't forget Hatebreed. Lamb of God, Meshuggah. Bands like that, get into those bands. Get into the new stuff. Even Cannibal Corpse. I can't do a voice. Satan Almighty. Get into the growling death metal, like Death or something like that. Get into bands that'll scare your parents, or scare your girlfriend too. This was. Lauren says, don't forget my Aerosmith. Who can forget Aerosmith? The 80s version of Aerosmith. And early 90s too, with Crying and Crazy and Amazing. That stuff. And then, Dude Looks Like a Lady! Oh, you gotta hear, speaking of Dude Looks Like a Lady, you gotta hear the cover of that song by my good buddy Anthony Vincent, the 10-second song guy. He does songs in different styles. He did Dude Looks Like a Lady in the style of Disturbed, and it sounds... Go look it up. Dude Looks Like a Lady, Anthony Vincent. It's just... I mean, he does... He's like, ooh, ah. I can't even do the David Grammy. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I can't even do it. See, my voice is cracking at the moment, so... Ooh, ah, ah. If I had a better voice than I do now, I could probably cover that song. Not, the Down With the Sickness song, or any other Disturbed song, but I don't have the vocal range. Sorry. Okay, more 90s and early 2000s. Okay. Gotta go back to the 80s stuff, though. Sent it to text. Okay, I got the text line, don't worry about it. I do like a lot of late 60s and 70s, 80s stuff too, like The Doors, Velvet Underground, Joy Division, The Cure, Iggy Pop, The Stooges, or Iggy Pop and The Stooges, etc. Can't go wrong with The Doors. Chief Mojo Rising. Hey, Princess Smiley Face. This one's for you. From Chief Mojo Rising. Hey ya, riders on the storm. I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Could go for a beer right now, but it's too late. Wouldn't know where I'd be without music, to be honest. It helps me a lot when it comes to my mental health. Me too. I did a whole project on it my senior year of college back many moons ago. I got an A on that. I should have got an A+, but I got an A. And then I did another one about the PMRC and all those fucking cunts you know, freaking, what's her name? Tipper Gore and that, fucking sticker you see on the fucking CDs nowadays. It should have never happened. I wish that fucking sticker can be permanently taken off. I wish that sticker, that explicit material, explicit content shit on all the records that you know and love, take them off. Get it out of there. But I guess they'll have to go all the way back to Congress. Tipper Gore's, she's still around, somebody, maybe get Dee Snider once again to go to Congress and say, hey, Tipper Gore, stop being such a fucking cunt about everything. Give us our freaking freedom of speech, bitch. Take that sticker off. Please, I mean, it's really kind of, really didn't hurt metal, but still, it's just a, you had to have Dee Snider, go to Congress and put the fucking flag down there. Just said, hey, metal isn't for everybody, but metal ain't for you there, Tipper Gore. Blast fucking like an animal by Wasp. Remember the Dirty Dozen? Oh boy. They put a Def Leppard song on that fucking list. I'm like, what? A Def Leppard song on the Dirty Dozen. I mean, are you kidding me? If I was older back in the 80s, I would have loved to go down to Washington, D.C. and give Tipper Gore a mouthful. Not like that, but you know what I mean. I guess. Move on. Yeah, we're gonna get to the wrestling review in a little bit. I know I talked a little about music for like an hour. We're gonna get to this, and I gotta go to bed soon. All right, Lauren says, my husband plays Summer of '69 on his guitar for me. Good job. Good job. Yeah, if I ever learned Forever by Kiss on guitar, I'd play it for you know who. If we ever did another wedding, but this was. Anyway, Lauren fell for a bass player. She done went with a guitar player, with a drummer, with a lead singer. Because you know how the lead singers always get the chicks, they get the sluts, but, the other guys in the band, they don't really get much of the sluts. Hey, I was in a band, I didn't get that many sluts, but I'm a rock god, so, I get older ladies dropping their panties at me once in a while, but, sorry, you can't touch the merchandise anymore. But I digress. I've got a few more comments, and then we're gonna get this thing. Alright, Lauren says, King Diamond, another legend. And then, obviously, number 10 says, Ghost. Ghost is one of my favorite modern heavier bands. I love Ghost. I love Ghost. I love the new album that's coming out now. I forgot the name of it, actually, but pretty damn good. I haven't seen Ghost live, though. I want to go see Ghost live, so I can just start singing Dance Macabre, which is probably one of my favorite Ghost songs. I actually showed the video to Rosa, and Rosa loved it. 10 out of 10. But, Rosa's easy to please once in a while, but anyway, move on. But yeah, you can't beat the old stuff. That's true. That's definitely true. Love Roadhouse Blues, probably my favorite Doors song. I love Roadhouse Blues. I love all the Doors songs, but yeah, Roadhouse Blues is a classic. Every time I play that song, I feel like having a beer in the morning. I like, LA Woman's another classic. LA Woman, you're my woman. Chief Mojo Rising. I come across a few people in my personal life who have told me they can't get into music. I get it, there's I can't even read. I get it's their opinion and all, but it baffles me because music is everywhere around us. Like, how can someone say, I can't get into music? It just seems strange. Everybody has their own opinion, like everybody has an asshole and it stinks. you know, not everybody can get into In This Moment. You know, that's fine in the end, but just don't shit on the band. Because, you know, you have these assholes who go on Twitter and on various metal forums and just crash the band for no apparent reason. Oh, Maria's a slut. What is she wearing? They're not the same band. I want to hear the first album. I do too. We do too. Think we're ever going to hear it again? Probably not. You know, unless Maria has an epiphany and says, hey, let's just do the first album on tour. You know, they've been around for 17 goddamn years, so you never know. But, you know, they're evolving, they're going in a new direction, hopefully a new album by the end of the year. You know, because it's been 2 years since we had Mulder come out, so. But I've been hearing certain things, certain pictures that Maria puts up on her Instagram and her Twitter from the studio. So either she's doing songs for other people, or I know they are writing. I know that, but so as far as a full-fledged album coming out, I would say probably, if not by the end of this year, most likely in 2023. So that'll kind of break the tradition of In This Moment albums coming out every 2 years. 2.5, almost 3 years, usually. But I expect a new album coming out, hopefully by the end of the year. If not the end of the year, most likely by I would say the spring or maybe the summer of 2023, with another tour, of course, because they don't stop. Since they're on a break now, but they go back on tour May the 13th. That's Friday the 13th, ladies and gentlemen, in Poughkeepsie. And they go all through this month, and I think they finish off in Portland, Maine, right around Memorial Day. Then they're gonna do some festival tours, you know, Rockville. I think they're doing one in Florida. I think Rock Daytona or something like that. But they'll be around during the summer, definitely, but not around my neck of the woods, which sucks. Gonna have to have a talk with those kiddies. We'll move on. Oh yeah, but yeah, like I said, you can't please everyone in the metal community. I mean, you know, I have people. You know, I go to concerts, you know, a lot, and you know, when I go see In This Moment, you know, if they're headlining or even if they're opening, I'm just like, you know, I'm getting ready. I'm watching the stage. I'll get all set up, and the big thing dropped after, beforehand, and I'm talking and everything, and then people are like, chirping. It's like, oh, then, who's in this moment? I'm like, I go, who's in this moment? Really? You're asking people that question? Oh, this is my first time. Okay, that's fine. It's like, you're in for a treat. Trust me, I know the band since 2005. It's like, oh, really? It's like, how old are you? It's like, I'm 45. It's like, you don't look it. Can I have $5, please? No. But yeah, I tell people that don't even know In This Moment, it's like you're gonna love them. And trust me, after you, as soon as you leave, please, for the love of God, look them up on YouTube. Look up every freaking song they ever have, all the videos they have, and even not the videos they don't have. Just look up In This Moment. Download their discography on Spotify. You won't regret it. The same thing with like Motionless in White or Hatebreed or New Year's Day, especially New Year's Day. Even the side project, the Haxons, John 5. Stuff like that. But you can't please everybody. I remember when I first played, Ozzy, some like group like Metallica and Ozzy, and I'm playing it loud because it's my room. I can do whatever I want. And I'm like blasting like freaking Enter Sandman or something like that. My mom comes in, my room and goes, "Can you turn that down?" I'm like, "No. Turn that shit off. Why do you listen to that crap?" I'm like, "Fuck you. That's not crap. That's actual good music. Turn that shit down, sonny." Shut up, Grandpa. Yeah, but you can't please everybody. But it's like Ric Flair says, learn to love it. This was. Let's see here. We got a lot of comments. Doors love them, so true. By Lauren. Lauren says, so many times I throw on the radio, it calms me. Yeah. Like I always say, music soothes the soul. And really, In This Moment has, basically, I keep telling this story all the time. If not for In This Moment, I'd probably be dead. Just saying. If not for In This Moment, I mean, when I almost killed myself many moons ago, it was like the early 90s or early 2000s, and In This Moment was around to 2005, so this was like before even In This Moment was a band. But, yeah, if I didn't know about In This Moment doing the MySpace age, MySpace, get me MySpace, if I didn't know about In This Moment and started listening to In This Moment, I wouldn't be talking right now. I'd probably be listening to In This Moment in heaven, but, probably hanging out with, like, Ronnie James Dio and company. But yeah, if not for In This Moment, I'd probably be dead. And I already told Maria and the band so many times, like, thank you for saving me many times from suicide. And it's like, if I have a bad day of just throwing some Slayer or throwing some In This Moment, I'm fine in about an hour or so. Maybe, it might take me a little bit longer than an hour or two, but still. I digress. But yeah, music soothes the soul. It is what it is. Okay, exactly, Lauren, it does help calm the mind for sure. Lauren says, Twisted Sister. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. What do you think you're doing? Twisted Sister. It's like speaking of Twisted Sister and Dee Snider, it's like Dee Snider always says, if it's not metal, it's crap. There you go. Lauren said the lead singer had a girlfriend. Well, yeah, Dee Snider always had a girlfriend. Okay. Obviously, Lauren says, yeah, a lot of fans always shit on the bands when they evolve and change their style around. They can't just expect the same style over and over. It gets repetitive. Yeah, you gotta evolve. You gotta, you gotta get with the times, and that's what In This Moment has done over the last 17 years. They had that first album, Beautiful Tragedy, was just like, in-your-face album, and then when The Dream came out, everybody was like, what the fuck is this? That got a lot of bad press for the band. They're like, what is this? They only have one heavy song, which was, I can't think of the name of the song, god damn it. It's the only heavy song on that album. I think it's can't think of the name. It escapes me right now, but yeah, The Dream was kind of like really poppy, like pop metal, really. A little bit, down. I'm like, what is this? I mean, it was still a good album. No, don't get me wrong. The Dream was pretty underrated, but then a lot of people, even especially In This Moment fans, because they're fake. Most of the fans are fake because they're like, oh, I like this album, but I still hate the band. I don't like what Maria's wearing, that you're not a true fan. But I digress. But yeah, then Star Course Wasteland came out. Fucking epic album. I think Blood is better than that one, but because the third and fourth album, Star Course Wasteland and Blood would just like sounded like like an upgrade from Beautiful Tragedy. Heavier riffs. Maria's screaming her ass off. And then after Blood, you had Black Widow, which is a little bit more industrial, in my opinion, but still dark. But industrial, it kind of went away from the hard rocking riffs and stuff. And then Ritual, which kind of really stripped down. Nothing bad about it, but. And then Mother kind of got back to a little bit of the roots of the band. Not many hard rocking riffs like the first album, but still good songs on that album. Great songs. I'm just hoping the next album we can we please? I know they're not watching, but if they are, but can you please bring back some of that heavy, crunchy cookie stuff and more screaming, please? I mean, I want to hear a song like freaking on the third album, Lost Cowboy. I want to see something like that. Great song, Last Cowboy. I mean, listen to that song. The riff is just, it just pounds you right in the dick. But it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, most bands have like, sometimes the first album be good and the second album's like sounds the same. Didn't change much. Some good riffs and everything, but still it kind of sounds the same like the first album. But like I said, you can't please everybody, you know. You think the first couple albums are good, and then here comes album number 5, and it sounds like shit. Anyway, we'll move on. Okay. Lauren says, my in-laws have their CDs, and every time my dad-in-law had it on, I sing along with the CD. Aww. Lauren says, I can sing, unlike some people. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh there, chuckle. I never said I'm a great singer, but I'm pretty good. I haven't said I'm bad. I mean, you've heard me before. I mean, I do have an actual vocal cover on my Metal Guy channel singing, Demolition by our good friend Rick Derringer. Not great, and I got copyrighted for it, but the video's still up. So, but eventually, maybe. Oh, Preston Cat saw something. What do you see? What happened? Is that a bug there? Oh, there she goes. What are you doing? What are you doing, you crazy maniac? Anyway. Yeah, I didn't say I'm saying I'm like Rob Halford, you know. I can't sing those high notes like "Hey, can I?" You know, or even like Ronnie James Dio level high notes or anything like that. I do what I can. I try, but I don't have the vocal range. I don't need a vocal coach either, but you know, it is what it is. You know who can is a okay singer. Not great, but she can sing. Not, you know, like I said, to each their own. We have our own. We all have our own talents. We'll move on. Do you have Discord, Pete? I could send some playlists in the future, and you could recommend some stuff for me to check out during your own time. I do have Discord, but I don't use it, and yeah, Lauren can give you my Discord off air if you want. Because she already gave her a Discord in the chat, so somewhere I missed it. I didn't see it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I see. Alright, Lauren put her Discord in the chat, so if you on Discord, just look her up and then you can ask for my Discord. And we'll chat about music. No one wanted me to put a Prophecy server there. I got no time to do that. I'm not on Discord a lot. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I have it. It's like Skype. I don't even use Skype anymore. I'm pretty soon I'll probably get rid of Discord. I barely even use it. So. But yeah. Go through Lauren and then you'll get my Discord and we'll talk here and there, but most of the time, I don't even use Discord. Sorry, but yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll give you some good stuff to listen to. Trust me, I'll give you some good stuff. They'll scare your parents. Just turn it up to 11. Okay. Mom says I have Spotify. I'll send you my playlist. I have like 3 playlists. I have a ton of stuff on my Spotify. I have a whole playlist of In This Moment, of Kiss, Hatebreed, Slipknot, Black Label Society, and then I have my own personal playlist. And then I have another playlist called End of Days, which I have some Korn, I have some other stuff. And I have New Year's Day 2 playlist. I guess a good stuff. And don't forget Children of Bottom, or Bodom, whatever you want to call it. What's all I gotta say about that? Alright, move on. Yeah, check it out. Check it out one time. Good stuff. Okay, just send a request ready though, and I do now in case I forget it later. Okay. Yeah, Lauren met Dee Snider. I almost met AJ Pero back in the late 90s, but never answered my call, bastard. Alright, good stuff. I'll send it in the PM. Okay. Blah blah blah. What about Hollywood Vampire? Do you like them? Yeah, definitely. I'll do it probably tomorrow because I'm going to go to bed soon. If I have a chance tomorrow, I should have a chance tomorrow. When I get a moment in the morning, because I got to work in the morning. So if when I have a moment, I'll try to send some bands that you should listen to. There, Mr. Tennis. Well, I'll do it privately on do Lauren. So move on. Yes, Lauren, I listened to their 2 albums and I enjoyed them. I love Johnny Depp and Jack. Okay. Alright, we talked for an hour and a half of freaking music. We didn't even get to this goddamn review, and it's titled AEW Review, but it's my show, and if you don't like it, well, fuck you, man. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly skim through these results, this little review. So it's gonna be like an AEW thoughts video, if you will. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so here's your AEW Dynamite review from Wednesday night, April the 27th, 2022, from the, I'm going to probably have a hard time saying this name, Liacouras, almost says licorice, Liacouras Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that shithole city. Because as we all know, if you live in Philly, you're a homo. But, except for my cousin lives in Philly, but she's a nice lady. But everybody else in Philly can suck dick. Because they always be New York's bitch. But I digress. And I would never go to Philly and live in Philly. Or go to anything in Philly unless it's ECW. Well, I can't even go to ECW unless it's like H2O or GCW. That's all I do. Okay, Lauren says, I also sing Cher. Do you need a Sonny Bono? I got you, babe. Do do din 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 din. Hey, butthead. We need a chick. Yeah. We need a chick. Yeah, we need a chick that has big boobies and used to be married to a schmuck. Yeah. We need one of those. That cover is just funny as fuck. I digress. Alright, obviously number 10 says Savage as fuck. Not Savage Garden, but Savage. Ready, Savage? Ooh, yeah. And if you people think people want to talk bad about Savage Garden, well, fuck you. Truly, Madly, Deeply is a fucking deep song. It's a great wedding song, too. I love Savage Garden. They're not around anymore, sadly. But this was. Alright, so back to AEW. Alright, so we're from the Liacouras Center in Philly, where the city of brotherly gay love. I mean, as always, it's New York's bitch. Oh yeah, they got AJ Brown on the Eagles today in the draft. Well, fuck you! Hey, guess what? The Jets won the draft today. Oh, by the way, did it not get... Oh, sorry, Jet fans, you did not get Debo. The Jets had an offer for Debo. They were going to offer the number 10 pick for Debo. And Niners were like, nope. Nope. We don't want it. So Debo is staying with the Niners for now. But, there's 3 more days of the fucking draft, so... It's going to be a nice, long weekend for Debo. And the Niners. I don't even think they got a good draft pick. I don't think they had a draft pick in the first round. I think maybe they did, and I think they got traded. I forget. blah, 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 blah. But yeah, the Jets got some good guys. Sauce Gardner, nice name. Then they got another guy named Wilson. Then they got a third pick. I forgot who they picked there. And, the Giants actually got somebody good. They got that Thibodeau guy. So the Giants did okay in the draft, not great, but I think the Jets kind of won the first round of the draft. They got 3 good guys on their team. So yeah, Mr. Whoever is the owner of not the owner, the GM and the owner of the Jets, pulled a rabbit out of their ass and finally just like, hey, let's get some good picks in the draft. Is it gonna matter in the season? Probably not. I know a couple of the old school, not even old school, but some people that play for the Niners are now playing for Robert Saleh and the Jets this year. Like that's gonna work? That's gonna help? And still, Jimmy Garoppolo is still on the 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. Sad to say there, faithful 49er fans. You still got that motherfucker. Now, at least we still have Debo, but, for now, we still got a long way to go between April 29th, which is right now, and, the start of training camp in June. And then, spring training, preseason, and then the season starts September the 11th, so between now and September 11th, we may trade Debo. I hope not. Don't just trade him for a bag of dicks or anything like that, you know what I mean? Here's what it is. I do listen to a lot of the indie stuff, some of the softer bands like The Strokes, The White Stripes, Radiohead, Oasis. Those bands are pretty damn good. I don't listen to The Strokes mostly, but I'm a big Radiohead fan. The only song I like, 2 songs I like by Radiohead is Creep and Karma Police. White Stripes, can't go wrong with Seven Nation Army. I can play that backwards on 3 instruments, by the way. Bass guitar, and even I won't say the other instrument. Not that instrument, but you know what I mean. And Oasis, they were good before Liam Gallagher became a fucking drunk. Champagne Supernova, Wonderwall, what was I call it, Butterball, and stuff like that. But as I said, I can't listen to anything really. It doesn't matter the genre. Okay. Lauren's gonna make a prophecy server. Okay, so if you want to talk to the prophecy on Discord, as soon as Lauren makes it, maybe I will put the link to the server in the chat. But then again, I don't want jerk-offs coming into the server, so it'll just be for us. Me, Lauren, and Nick, and Prince, and a couple other people. But, if you're a troll, get out of our server. Just, Lauren is going to have to be the mod of the server. I'll try to be a mod too, but, if I give the link out to the server, then I'm going to have all these faggot-ass trolls with no lives coming in with their 6 million fucking fake Discord accounts. So, can't have that. I'll join, but I won't get involved in anything drama-related. Yeah, don't have to. We're going to have a drama-free server, hopefully. Unless it's ECW, GCW. Yeah, exactly. That's the only good thing out of Philly, besides the cheesesteaks. I don't eat cheesesteaks, but besides, I've been to Geno's and Pat's, but, I never ate that crap. It is what it is. Live Forever and Slide Away, I love from Oasis. I never heard Slide Away, but Live Forever is a great song. Lauren says, no, it's just Prophecy, Peoples, and You Tennis. Okay. Lauren says, did he stay? Did he stay or did he go? I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's finally get in this review. Alright, so our commentary team this week, as always, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Jim Ross, good old JR, and Tony Baloney, Shivani, the legendary Tony Baloney. There. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer to Double or Nothing 4 in Vegas on Memorial Day weekend, May the 29th. And we got more men's and women's Owen Hart qualifying matches coming up because the tournament starts a week from this Wednesday in Long Island, where Lauren lives, at the National Mausoleum. So we got that. So speaking of the Owen Hart tournament, we start off the night, well, with CM Punk coming out to do commentary. Hey, let's get this thing on. All right, so we start off match number 1 in the Owen Hart Foundation qualifying match. The server will be movies, music, books, and wrestling. Okay? Yeah, like your last server. Even though that was a monstrosity, wasn't it, Lauren? Because you had you-know-who. The guy that I can't name anymore. You know who he is. Rhymes with Joey. You know who he is, Lauren. You know who he is. I can't talk about him no more because he's irrelevant. So like that. Alright, so we started with Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler in the Owen Hart qualifying tournament match. This match was epic. Epic fucking match. Yeah, me, Nick, me, Lauren, Nick, Prince, Savannah, and maybe a few others here and there. We'll have a good old time. And we move on. Alright, so Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, they go at it, and they had... I'm not going to say it's the match of the year. It's pretty in that top 5 of match of the year for AEW this year. But they put on a clinic. Tear-jerking match. You know, it kind of felt like Owen Hart, you know, versus Bret Hart. I just had that feeling. You know, lots of counters. They really went at each other. You know, both men wanted to win a lot for it. And that's pretty much it. Nip-ups and stuff like that. And then there's a point in the match where I think it was Cash Wheeler got hit in the eye, and he's like, "Oh, I can't see." And then Cash is like, "Are you okay?" Dax is like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And Cash is like, "Get the fuck out of here, man! Get out of here!" And then Bryce is like, "Are you legit hurt? You want me to call the match? You want to ring the bell?" But you know, Cash was playing possum a couple of times, which I thought was nice. So they go back and forth, and we're getting near the end, and there's a belted back superplex, which gets counted into a crossbody, even though it's kind of a little bit of a botch by Dash. He gets a near fall out of that on Wheeler. Then a running crossbody sends them both to the floor, and they almost got counted out. And everyone was like, "No!" They get back in at 9.5. Cash Wheeler looks like he banged his knee, legit banged his knee, because he was holding it for basically the end of the match, and at the end of the match. Harwood, you know, tries for the sharpshooter, and Punk's like, "You gotta sharp that shooter." Bad pun. Anyway, so he's going for it, and then Wheeler grabbed him and tried for a small package. 1, 2, then it gets reversed, like an Owen Hart type finish. 1, 2, 3, Dax Harwood gets the win in almost 14.5 minutes. The crowd loved it. And then after the pin, you see Cash Wheeler like going over to. Actually, Dax go over to Cash Wheeler. They're crying, and they're like they had their hands, you know, on top of each other. You can see them crying, legit crying and everything. But I had Dax to win, so I'm glad he won. I think he could go really far in this tournament, possibly to the finals, maybe facing Adam Cole, baby. But we'll see what happens with that. So Dax Harwood gets the win. Match I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was just like butter, baby. So got that, and then we move on. All right, after that, we officially get the announcement at Double or Nothing 4. Hangman Adam Page will defend the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk. Oh, that's going to be a banger of a match, and it will be the main event. Good. So, speaking of Punk, Punk goes right down the ring, says, "I've never been in a locker room with so much talent at like this before." Of course, the WWE locker room sucked, right? Right there, Phil? You know how it is. You were there for like, what, 10 years, and you know how that locker room was with that jerk-off Cena. But I digress. He says before he came back here, he wasn't sure if he could still do this again. Now he knows that he can do it again, and while I can't guarantee a win, I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to give it 100%. I've never been a gambling man, but I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to fight until the wheels fall off in Vegas. So, great promo, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I can't wait for the build-up to this match. The hype is going to be amazing. The promo is going to be amazing. Sucks that Adam Page was not on the show last night because he caught the COVID. So, most likely he'll be on the show next week, wherever that is next week. I forget where it is next week. Well, we know the show after next week is in Long Island. Rampage is in Long Island on May the 13th, on Friday the 13th. So, but it is what it is. Alright, so we got that. Then we move on. Alright, then we go to a video, a promo from Scorpio Sky, who takes on Sammy Guevara in a ladder match for the TNT title. So he's there with that fat-faced dipshit himself, Dan Lambert. And he says it's no coincidence that he's here fighting for the TNT title for the second time. Again, really the third time, but... Because remember, the first time he faced Cody Rhodes when he won the Face of the Revolution ladder match a year ago, and then lost. Then he beat Sammy to get the belt, and then Sammy beat him. So this is really his third or fourth time. I lost count, but it just was. All right. So he's fighting for the TNT title again. He didn't ask Frankie Kazarian to step aside. He was going to win, and the fans are here to see him beat up Sammy. He says there can only be one face of TNT, and you're looking at him. Yeah, but if the title's going to be a hot potato, I mean, who's really going to be the true face of TNT? It just feels like this belt is just becoming a hot potato. I mean, you don't want to see that. I'd rather see somebody win the belt and hold it for a very long time, like Miro, or somebody else. You know, it won't be Miro, but after after Wednesday night. I hope they hold it for a pretty long time, so we don't have to see Sammy Guevara or Scorpio Sky win the belt a third or possibly fourth time. Let's get a new champion here. Let's give it to Wheeler Yuta or somebody like that, or Bryan Danielson, or maybe Punk, or freaking Moxley. Well, give it to Danhausen. I'll talk about Danhausen in a minute. Alright, so we move on from there. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to match number 2, the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta, Bryan Danielson, yes, and John Moxley, taking on the Factory. We had QT Marshall Knott, Captain Caveman himself, Nick Comoroto, and Aaron Solo. Yeah, this is basically I wouldn't say a jobber match. I mean, there was, they did beat up on Wheeler Yuta for a while, and then here we go, we're going to have to work on that. And then basically Rigo was saying, yeah, Yuta's got to get beat up by guys like bigger than him, stronger than him, shit like that. Because he is the pure champion of Ring of Honor after all. So blah, blah, blah. So after that, well, basically the Blackpool Combat Club get the win in almost 8.5 minutes as get a pair of chokes, doesn't work on Comoroto, so Yuta elbows away, throws him up with Moxley and Danielson choking the other two out. 1, 2, 3, they get the win. So they're still undefeated as a trio. And we'll see what happens with all that. And we'll move on. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Tony Baloney and his good friend, the good doctor, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. Because you know how they go. They're secretly banging behind Adam Cole's back. And Adam Cole sees it, but he doesn't give two shits. I don't know why. I'll be like, hey, Tony, get away from my chick before I smack you. By the way, Britt Baker's birthday was a couple of days ago, so happy birthday there, Britt Baker, baby. Anyway, so Britt Baker and her best friend, well, not her best friend, but Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter are there with Tony Storm. And once again, no physicality, stuff like that crap. Let them fight. So they're talking about Tony Storm and blah, 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 blah. It's like, hey, you know, you can go to, you just like any other company, you'll be back where, you'll leave another company or you get released from another company, blah, blah, blah. And then Ruby Soho comes in, who also qualified for the tournament with, Jamie and Sheeta and Britt, of course. I think Red Velvet and as well. So anyway, Ruby Soho comes in and says, that it's like, it seems like you always come in here, you always have something to say, but you don't have the to do anything. She kind of does the crotch shot. It's like, you don't have the pussy to do anything. Blah blah. You don't have anything to blah blah. It's like you don't have the balls or the pussy to fight to do anything right now. So Jamie Hayter's like ready to fight, and then Baker's like holds her back and says, "No physicality because we're gonna go off to your home, there, Ruby. You know where you've been for like the last 3 years, catering. Not Titus Catering, but we're gonna go to catering, and have a good chicken parmesan sandwich or something like that. I don't know, because at least in AEW catering, you actually get good food." Not in Titus Catering. The only thing good in Titus Catering is that mean steak that Titus cooks every goddamn week. And the cookies at AEW Catering are pretty damn good, not like Dana Brooks cookies. But I digress. Anyway. Okay, let me get to a couple comments. Was WJ in the old server? He seems to have disappeared from YouTube again. Nothing new there. WJ, I heard, lost his voice. But, he did come back to Facebook. He did put up a couple of posts in his Facebook, group. But then basically fell back into obscurity again. Yes, that's what WJ does. He kind of, he'll be red hot on YouTube and then he goes to Facebook. Nobody really cares about him much on Facebook with those groups, because the groups on Facebook are garbage. Then I'll come back to YouTube, get all the marks to come back to WJ. Oh, WJ's back. Zubair freaking coming in his pants for WJ and everything. And then WJ was just like saying, I'm gonna close my channel and never come back. Take like a few months off, and then that's it. So. I don't know. I think WJ's just taking a little bit of a break again, because he hasn't done a YouTube video in a while, like a month or so. So he's on one of his many breaks. So I don't know if he's ever gonna come back. So if he does, he does. But if he's gonna come back and do this stupid King Spider crap for his supposed E-Fed that I'm kind of in, even though I'm with Jerry and Jerry's trying to bring back SmackFed and I'm the Intercontinental Champion. And I don't know if Jerry's going to continue that, but if not, then I'm just going to retire with the Intercontinental belt. Not that I need that crappy piece of tin. I was going to do a promo for that Fed, but I got too busy, and I was going to go for the world title. So I don't even know who has it. I mean, if God forbid, if it's the Goof. I fucking hate that guy. I mean, legit, I hate him. I'm talking real life. In real life, I hate him. And in E-Fed land, I hate him even more. Because he stole my titles a couple of times, bastard. But I got him back maybe once or twice. But still, he's like one of those arch rivals you can never get rid of. But God forbid, if Jerry puts me and him together, please, for the love of God, if I lose, I'm fucking retired. I'm fucking gonna freaking lose it. I'm gonna quit the group and I'm gonna make it so they don't invite me to any more of the stupid groups. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be a part of your E-Feds anymore. If I'm gonna keep jobbing a freaking schmuck like the Goof, I don't want to be part of it. I'm not jobbing to him anymore. And personally, I don't want you inviting him into the group. I mean, that's your friend? Fine. I'm not fighting him in an E-Fed. I'm not going to join your fucking E-Fed. Go suck his tiny little cock. Fuck that piece of shit. I'm the fucking face of that fucking E-Feds. I'm not saying, I'm bragging about anything, but, I should be the face that runs that goddamn place. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, used to be pretty big. Peter Wood, yeah. WJ used to be good. Now he's kind of like falling off the face of the earth. Okay, he's come back. My favorite WJ vid was when he mocked Bruce. Yeah, I remember the Bruce Blitz stuff. Lawrence says my brain is kind of mad right now because of painkillers. Lawrence says DMD is not Tony Golden Girl no more. Thank the Lord. Yeah, why he's that? Why Baker is no longer Tony's Golden Girl? Because Adam Cole smacked some sense into Tony Schiavone. He says, "Keep your 60-year-old dick away from my woman." Baloney. Yeah. And we move on. Alright, so we move on. Alright, so Britt Baker and Jamie go to catering, and Ruby Soho and Tony Storm, just look at them. That's it. So just to hype the women's part of the tournament. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Excuse me, 2.5 out of 5 stars. It is what it is. I thought we were going to get a tag team match, possibly maybe on Rampage on this Friday, but they didn't really announce it. So we'll see what happens next week. Let me move on. All right, then we go, once again, after a break, we go to Tony Baloney once again. This time he's with Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Luchasaurus, and, well, the man who's about to turn heel pretty soon, Christian Cage. So Jungle Boy, he's kind of like upset that he lost to Kyle O'Reilly last week in the qualifying match. He says, I could have beat Kyle, but I didn't get the job done. And then Christian's like, yeah, you're damn right you didn't get the job done. You'll always be a loser. You sound like a loser. So if you sound like a loser, you're most likely a loser. And if you're not one. So and then Jack is like, what'd you say? And then Luchasaurus has to be the voice of reason, like, hey, But Christian's is gonna turn heel pretty soon. If not at Double or Nothing, they're gonna cost Jurassic Express the belts. Personally, don't care. So that's it. Case says I'm throwing out the challenge at any top 5 ranked tag team for the belts. So then Team Taz comes out. They're ranked number 3 because I think Moxley and Danielson are ranked number 4. I think FTR is ranked number 1. I would assume they are. That they should be ranked number 1. Sting and Darby, I think, are ranked number 2. So you got that. So team number 3, ranked number 3, we got Powerhouse, Will Hobbs, and Ricky Starks. They come in, they accept the challenge, and then Luchasaurus just... Yeah, so far we get to see that on Dynamite next week or whenever this happens. I think Jurassic Express will keep the belts eventually, but I mean, I really don't want to have the AEW tag team belts be a hot potato. Like, either give it to FTR, make them a triple champs, or give it back to the Young Bucks. Or I think what they really should do is give it to Red Dragon. Red Dragon hold it for like a year. Because I think that's gonna happen. I think the pun intended prophecy of the super undisputed elite, nice shirt by the way, is gonna happen. Like Adam Cole's gonna win by the end of the year, maybe by All Out, or by Full Gear 4. That Adam Cole will have the world title, Red Dragon or the Bucks will have the tag team titles, or the AAA tag team titles, or maybe the Ring of Honor tag team titles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the Bucks will have tag titles. FTR will probably have tag titles. Not FTR, sorry. Red Dragon will have tag titles. And then Adam Cole will probably have the world title. So we're going to reverse 2019, early 2020. With the Undisputed Elite. That's it. Alright, after that we get the Lance Archer and Wardlow with MJF and Shawn Spears in the Skybox. Before the match, MJF and Shawn Spears, they start mocking the Philly women. MJF says Philly women use their personality as birth control. I wish Baby Sky would use birth control because her legs are open like a 7-Eleven. But I digress. Anyway, so Wardlow comes out, no music, in handcuffs once again. And Archer comes out with Jake Roberts. So we get that. Match was alright. 5.5 minute match. Archer started beating the crap out of Wardlow. But somehow Wardlow came back. Archer goes to the blackout and hits it, gets a near fall. But Wardlow knocks him off the top, hits a swanton bomb of all things. A beautiful swanton bomb, by the way, for a near fall. Then he gets up and he's like, "Oh my head!" Yeah. Maybe he had a migraine during the match. I don't know. Well, maybe he had a concussion. I don't know. But anyway, he picks up Archer, hits one Symphony Power Bomb. Then he hits another one. Then he hits a third one. Then he finishes up with a fourth powerbomb. So the powerbomb Symphony 1, 2, 3. Wardlow gets the win, much to the chagrin of MJF and Shawn Spears. And that's it. And then after the match, Wardlow gets taken out in handcuffs. So Wardlow continues his damage, his destruction, if you will. And every time MJF pulls out his money, he it's like his dick comes up a little bit short. Because, as we all know, MJF has a needle dick. And somehow he has a chick. Go figure. Go figure. Not Shivani. Oh, Tony Khan's Golden Girl, yeah. Well, yeah, it could be Tony Schiavone's Golden Girl, too, because you know how he's always fucking with Britt Baker. Have you noticed that? If you follow Britt Baker on Twitter or you follow her mostly on Instagram, most of her pictures are with Tony Maloney. Coincidence? I think not. I know they're good friends. But you know Tony wants to freaking bang fucking Britt Baker. I mean, who wouldn't? But, Tony can't touch the merchandise, so he's just gonna get killed by Adam Cole. I mean, I'm not talking injured. I'm talking about legit murder. But I digress. All right, so Waldo gets the win. Match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. All right, after that, we got the Jericho Appreciation Society. They come out. I still don't understand why they use Judas. I would think they should have used the single after Judas on the new album, Purifier. That's not the album. I'm just saying. They have a song called Purifier, which I think it's not heavy as Judas, but I think it fits the stable because they heels. Why would you use Judas? I mean, he did use Judas as a heel when he first came into AEW. Then used it as a face, and now he's back as a heel. Why would you use the same theme song? Just saying. But I would use something else like Purifier or maybe I Still Burn or something like that. So anyway, they all come out. Jericho, Mr. Weedman himself, Jake Hager, 2.0 Liam Parker, and Daniel Garcia. They come out for a face-to-face sit-down with Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz. They promise no physicality, so they call them out. So they come out. They're pissed, of course. They start throwing the chairs and moving the table, and then Santana starts throwing freaking water bottles, and one of them broke, and it's a big wet spot on the freaking canvas that was there the rest of the night. Like somebody, some woman, leaked or something like that. Blah blah blah. So Santana flips Jericho off. Says that Jericho forgot who got him here like 3 years ago. So they start talking trash. They start talking trash. And then Eddie and Jericho get into a humongous, almost like a shoot almost. And Eddie's tells Jericho's like, you don't know what a hit is. It's like, and then Jericho's like, It's like, says, this place is Kingston's last chance if he gets kicked out of another company for basically being an asshole. So, that set off Eddie. He backs Jericho into a chair, threatens to put him in the ground. It's like, you want to know what a hit looks like? He starts going like this. It's like, I'll show you a fucking hit. And then Jericho's like, you look terrified. And then Eddie and Santana Ortiz, they leave. And that's it. I think it's gonna lead to blood and guts. I have a feeling it's gonna lead to blood and guts. Or I would say Stadium Stampede, but do we really need to see another Stadium Stampede match? I mean, the first one was good. The second one was, but I think it's leading to blood and guts. And I'm thinking that Eddie Kingston is gonna recruit Homicide and Hernandez, the original. Well, not the original. Well, the original LAX. Yeah, because that's the Conan version of LAX. Well, even though Eddie took it over, but Conan's version was Santana Ortiz. But yeah, so I'm thinking. Anyway, long story short, Homicide and Hernandez is going to come back to help Eddie out, and then I'm going to get a 5-on-5 match, probably being in the double cage. If it doesn't happen at a double nothing, probably happen at Fyter Fest or maybe Fight for the Fallen in June or July. They'll probably be in June. So that's when it usually happens, in June. And then July will probably be, Arthur Ashe Stadium territory, with a Wrestle Grand Slam in July. And then August, probably won't be much or anything. And that'll be August will probably just a lead up to September the 4th, which is, I think it's going to be September the 4th, All Out 4, which is going to be in Chicago, most likely. So, that's it. But, yeah, they're going to be announcing Dynamite Grand Slam and Rampage Grand Slam 2, probably in the next couple weeks. So tickets will be on sale and then be all sold out. So I probably won't be going to that unless there's some I can get something on StubHub for I can get 2 tickets for cheap in the nosebleed seats. But I don't know if they go on sale in June, the beginning of June. When I can try and get in the queue, get the tickets early. I don't care what I said. I just want to go. Because, go to Arthur Ashe Stadium. I know it's not a bitch to get there, but, well, yeah, it would be, depending on what time you leave. Because you get on the train with those maniac wrestling fans on the 7 train, there and back. I know the show ends about 11, maybe 11, at most 11:30. By the time you're home, you know what time it is? 2 o'clock. Especially if you live around my area in Brooklyn. So you gotta take 2 trains and an Uber. You'll take the 7 back to Times Square, and then get the train all the way back to Brooklyn. Then you gotta take an Uber. Because the buses around my area, they stop running after 12, so there's no way I'm gonna get the bus, so I'm gonna have to take an Uber. Let me move on. Alright, so like I said, Jericho Appreciation Society and Eddie's group, Blood and Guts, guaranteed it's gonna happen either at Double or Nothing or by Fyter Fest or maybe by Fight for the Fallen, but we'll see. We'll see where we get there. That's it. Alright, so I gave all that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, let's finish this up if I can. I know. What do you want, baby? What? I know. What do you want? What do you want? I can't play with you right now. Give me a second. I'll be right there, okay? Alright, so after that, just read my notes. Okay. Alright, after that we get a Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti promo. There's Swap and Spit. Probably having sex after they shot that promo. They're probably in the lock, probably somewhere getting it on. Makes you want to vomit. Basically, Sammy says, "I'm ready to beat Scorpio Sky again because Sky is so boring." I think your relationship was kind of boring. it just feels like Triple H and Stephanie all over again, with that minus the the power the 2-man power trip kind of thing. When Austin came around. Blah blah blah. All right. After that, we get to Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb in a Philly street fight. It wasn't hardcore, that hardcore. There was some kendo sticks were used. Some chairs were used. I think a ladder was used. Blah blah blah. Yeah, chairs were used, and Deeb was working on that injured leg of Shida. You hit a shin breaker on the chair. Then she goes outside and grabs looked like, I don't know, like salt, but then it was powder to blind Shida. And then she goes to work on Shida, but then eventually Shida came back with some candlestick shots. She took some water and started get the powder out of her eyes. I just started beating the crap out of Deeb, but Deeb comes back, grabs the chair around Shida's leg. It gets broken up. Shida hits the Super Falcon arrow for a near fall. Deeb comes back with the deep tox on the chair. Ow. For another near fall. Then she takes the knee and starts ramming it on the chair. Then knocks in the Texas Cloverleaf, and then Shida sadly had to tap out at a little over 11 and a half minutes. Damn. Now I know the feud might be over now, but Shida should have won the feud. Now it just kind of degrades her. What are you? She's probably not gonna win the tournament or do much in the tournament. Basically, now I didn't say buried her, but she went down a few pegs, if you know what I mean. But sad. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's move on. All right, so the match wasn't brutal, well, not hardcore, but there was some ECW chants. Not much, but still. But anyway, match was alright. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the beautiful Lexi, or Alexis, whatever you want to call her. She's with MJF and Shawn Spears, and MJF starts screaming at her. She's like, "Get the hell out of here." Such a nice guy you are, Maxwell. Aren't you such a nice guy, you fucking prick? So he kicks her out, and then he gives Shawn Spears the mic. He holds up the mic, and he takes his phone out, and he starts calling someone. He says, "Hey, big man, do you want to make 6 figures and face Wardlow next week?" So he gets off the phone. He says, "Okay, Wardlow, next week you're gonna face someone bigger, taller, and stronger than you, and you can't teach that." So I marked out, and I'm like, well, we're getting Big Cass from Impact on AEW Dynamite next week. So Wardlow versus Big Cass or W. Morrissey next week. Holy crap. But for the love of God, do not have Enzo on the show. Because the fans will shit on Enzo. I personally will freaking turn the... Sorry, the thing went off. I would personally mute the TV if I heard Enzo. But, Enzo will probably be there. Because, he's good friends with Big Cass. So, he'll probably come out, do his little shtick. "My name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. This right here, well, can't call him Big Cass, or even Cass XL. Says, this right here, this is my good buddy, W. Morrissey, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, who's this guy in the room? How you doing?" I'm like, shut up, fucking Enzo. You fake Italian. But I digress. Yeah, so we're going to see Wardlow and W. Morrissey next week on the program. It's probably going to be a banger of a match. Hopefully. But we'll see. And we'll move on from there. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And move on. That's it. Alright. Then we go back to the arena. Then the lights go out. And Sabu comes out. No, Sabu didn't come out. The House of Black come out. Well, the lights go on. Then the lights are out. Then the spotlights come on the ramp. And then we see Fuego del Sol basically dead. Then the members come out. Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black. They're all on the ramp. They're about to unmask Fuego del Sol, but then out we hear Alex Abrahantes, supposedly in the ring. It says, "Hey, no, we don't do that here." So they stop. They like drop a basically dead Fuego del Sol. They go to the ring to try to go after what they thought was Alex Abrahantes, but then we hear Pentagon Zero Miedo, Pentagon Obscuro, and then Pac comes out. So I guess he came back from London. So Pentagon, Pac, and then Alex Abrahantes comes out in his regular gear, not his Darth Maul gear. And basically, like, Alex Abrahantes like, "Hey, we fooled you. Guess who's behind you?" I'm like, "Yep, that's Rey Fenix." And I was right. I called it. So Rey Fenix is in the Alex Abrahantes gear. And he has a shovel and he starts beating the crap out of everybody. Pentagon, the rest of Death Triangle come in. They clear the ring. But Buddy Matthews is still left in the ring with Phoenix. And Phoenix just basically beats the fuck out of him. That's it. He hits a springboard kick to the face. And then tries to swing the shovel, and then the House of Black leave, and then they hit like triple jumps of doom and stuff like that. So this feud now is fully continued. Now it actually will start, or sort of continue, and we'll see what happens with that. So the House of Black and the Death Triangle feud is now officially on. So I gave all that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back with I believe it was Tony Baloney. He has Prince's cousin Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. So Swerve's there with Darby Allin. They're going to be fighting in the next qualifying match. I think it might be the last qualifying match in the tournament. So on Rampage this tomorrow night. So Swerve said, "We fought for years and we don't see eye to eye. Blah, blah, blah. But just remember, Darby, whose house is this? My house." And then Darby's like, no. It's like, "I've been here longer than you, and and AEW is Darby's house, and this tournament is my tournament." It could be. He might be in the finals, but we'll see. So I can't wait for the match tomorrow. I don't even know I haven't read most of the spoilers for Rampage, but I heard some good stuff about this match. So it's gonna be a banger of a match tomorrow. So that's that. So Swerve and Darby fight tomorrow to see who advances in qualifies for the tournament. That's it. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, now we get to the 10-man tag team match. We have the Undisputed Elite, the Young Bucks, and Red Dragon teaming up with Adam Cole, baby. They take on the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison, and Brian Pillman Jr. And yes, Julia Hart was there, but she wasn't really doing anything. She just stood on the steps in black with her eye patch still, with her back to the ring. When are they going to just have Julia Hart turn on the Varsity Blondes and join up with the House of Black? I mean, this is going to be like another 2 months, 3-4 months, and then we don't know if she's going to join. She's just going to be there doing nothing, just like with sad Julia Hart and everything. Anyway, speaking of Julia Hart, she will be in Brooklyn May the 14th for Warriors of Wrestling. She will be taking in a triple threat match. It's a triple threat match with as Jade, the beautiful, lovely almost 18-year-old Jade. Yeah, she's 17. I thought she was older, but she's 17. He's only 17, but she's 43. No, she's 17. The youngest Warriors of Wrestling Women's Champion. I think the youngest indie champion as far as in New York, I think, but I don't know if all indie wrestling. I think she might be the youngest champion in indie wrestling history. I have to look that up. But anyway, Jade's taking on Julia Hart and Angelica Risk May the 14th for the WOW Women's World Championship. That should be a pretty decent match. We'll see what happens. I think Jade's going to retain, but you never know. Anyway, look at that. Alright, so the Undisputed Elite take on the Varsity Blondes, Brock Anderson, Dante Martin, who supposedly Darius Martin is injured, though he says, "I'm not injured." Let's see the doctor report. So yes, Dante Martin and Lee Johnson. And basically, this was kind of a squash match for the Undisputed Elite. Basically beat the living crap out of these guys. Lee Johnson, poor sack of shit that he is. And guess whose girlfriend he is? Julia Hart's boyfriend. And she just stood there looking at her boyfriend getting double super kicked by the Bucks, which sets up a 4-way BTE trigger. Knocked him out, and then Adam Cole, and I was like, hey, I'm going to finish him off with the boom. So they get the win in 6.5 minutes, and that's all I got to say about that. Match was meh, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Afterwards, Adam Cole and Red Dragon put on the brand new Undisputed Elite t-shirt, which is now on ProWrestlingTees.com and AEWShop.com. You know who's getting that shirt. So they give the Bucks the shirt, and the Bucks are kind of like, we might not put the shirt on. We don't want to have anything to do with you guys, because you're the Undisputed Era. We're just the Elite. We don't want to, kind of have a super elite. But eventually, they put on the shirts and they start posing. So now it's official. It looks like it's official. Now it's the Super Undisputed Elite. And just wait till Kenny comes back. Kenny did a video on Instagram saying he's getting better. Just don't know when he's coming back yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up at Double or Nothing, but I don't think he will. But if he does come back, I would think it's going to be at All Out in Chicago. But we'll see. Could come back anytime sooner. I don't know. Let me move on from that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so after the Undisputed Elite put on their shirts, we hear Tony Belong. We hear the commentary team going crazy. It's like, hey, we gotta go to the back. We got something in the back. What? So they go to the back, and then we have the cameraman go in the back, and then we see. I think it was Parker. The creepy, not the blonde guy, the other guy. I think it was Parker. Oh yeah, Parker's like, hey newsman, you want a scoop? It's like, get over here. So we see Santana Ortiz laid out by the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society. Then they hold Eddie Kingston up, like sacrificing Eddie Kingston, and then Jericho throws a fireball right in Eddie Kingston's face, burning him, like blinding him, blinded by the light. So Eddie Kingston gets burned by Jericho, or blinded by Jericho. So this feud now intensifies. Now, we'll see if what happens now. Let's see if Eddie Kingston plays fire with fire or just something. But like I said, it's going to lead up to Homicide and Hernandez coming back and helping, their good buddy, their good friend Eddie Kingston, and then that's it. There goes your 5, and then you have Santana Ortiz there. So it's LAX version 1 and 2 with Eddie Kingston taking on Jericho's team in Blood and Guts 2. When it's happened, I don't know. But it's going to happen. Blood and Guts 2 is going to happen. I just don't know when. And where. That's it. Alright, so I gave that a fiery 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, now we're going to quick rundown of what's going to happen on Rampage and a little bit of what's going to happen next week on Dynamite. But besides on Rampage, we got Darby and Swerve in the Owen Hart men's qualifying tournament. Qualifier. But we also have Hook and Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. So Hook and Mr. Danhausen are going to have a face-to-face in the ring, I assume. That's going to be awesome. But I think in the main event, we're going to have for the Ring of Honor television title, Samoa Joe defending against Trent Beretta, Lauren's boy. Trenty Locks. So, Samoa Joe versus Trent Beretta for the Ring of Honor television title tomorrow night on Rampage. And, Lauren, I know Trent's your boy and everything, but he has no chance to beat Samoa Joe. No chance. I don't care if Trent calls up Satman Singh, Jay Lethal and Sanjay to help him. Joe's retaining. There is no way in hell that Trent Beretta's gonna get a title anytime soon. The only title he did have was the New Japan titles. That's it. Maybe we should go back to New Japan. I'm not saying anything bad about Trent Barretta. I like the guy, but, because I'm a Long Island boy. But, Creator Pro, Wrestle Pro kind of guy. And Lauren got trained by him, too, I think. But it is what it is. So all I gotta say about that is, Samoa Joe's retaining tomorrow. So that's that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to your main event of Dynamite for the TNT title in a ladder match. Sammy Guevara with his bitch, Ty Conti, taking on Scorpio Sky, who came out with Ethan Page. Justin Robinson say, hey, coming out with Dan Lambert, and even mentioned that Ethan Page is there. So he comes, Scorpio Sky with Ethan Page and Dan Lambert. Wasn't a great ladder match. A lot of people were shitting on the ladder match. I thought it was pretty decent. A lot of 6 spots. And they brought in a barbed wire ladder. That's inventive. That's new. Sammy hits a Spanish fly onto the barbed wire. That was sick. And then Ty Conti gets involved, helping her man, and they start making out. I was like, yeah, why don't you just have sex in the ring in front of everybody? But blah 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 blah. And then Paige Van Zandt comes out, because, that was coming. They start having a cat fight. And then, there's a point in the match where, they're both going up to get the belt. And then, Ty Conti and, Paige Van Zandt get on the backs of both men, and they're fighting, and then they both fall down, and then they start fighting again. Then they knock each other out with roundhouse kicks. Blah blah blah, and then there's another part of the match. I think it was before the barbed wire spot where Sammy goes up top. It looks like he could have just won the match, but then he does like a flippy dippity do, and he kind of just missed because I think Scorpio Sky was kind of out of position, and Sammy just did the flip and fell off the ladder onto the mat, and I kind of agree with Joe Cronin yesterday that it looked like Sammy got a concussion because Scorpio could have just won the match right there, but somehow Sammy finished the match with a concussion. So, or maybe a messed up shoulder because he was grabbing the shoulder. So, all right, but anyway, long story short, Sammy looked like he was about to win the belt, and then Scorpio picks up the ladder and sends Sammy into the barbed wire ladder that was plopped up on the ropes. Sky goes up again, and somehow Sammy no-sold the barbed wire ladder spot, and he springboards on top of the ladder, but he goes for the belt, and Scorpio bit his finger and then he knocked him off the ladder. Why not? Because like 12 seconds left of it was like right near 10 o'clock. So he knocked him down. He grabs the title and he wins the title for the second time in 14 minutes. So that's it. Match, like I said, wasn't the greatest ladder match in history of AEW, but still, it was pretty decent. Sammy did his usual cutter off the ladder. Not the best one he hit, but I think the best one he hit was the one on Cody. Nobody could top that, except me. Because nobody can hit a Gilmore cutter off a ladder like I could. But I digress. Alright, so we get that. So, match was alright. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then afterwards you see Ty Conti, and the referee takes Sammy out. Looked like I think Sammy either messed up his shoulder or he's got a concussion. He needs to stop doing these scary spots because, God forbid, he messes up again. He's gonna kill himself. I think he needs to kind of tame it down, take it down a notch there, Sammy. Because, God forbid, you die in the ring. Your bitch Ty Conti is gonna be a very sad lady. And, some other lucky schmuck is gonna get with her. Ain't gonna be this guy, though. But, even though she's Brazilian, she's hot, but, I mean, I couldn't, I don't know. But, I give her a good time and everything, but but I don't know. If she's gonna be crying every 5 minutes and I'm in bed with naked and everything, it's like, let's get it on, let's go. She's like, I Sammy. I'm like, fuck. That's it. What it is, what it is. All right, so Scorpio Sky is a two-time TNT champion. So congratulations to him. I was personally happy about that because I think Sammy's reign as champion, the second, and the third reign, just horrible. It didn't even last that long either. Like at least a week or two at least. It is what it is. And then that was it. So Scorpio wins. Dan Lambert's all happy and everything. And then Frankie Kazarian comes out and he gets in the ring and they do the the SCU handshake. Then they hug, much to the dismay of Dan Lambert. So I'm thinking we might see an SCU reunion. Even though Christopher Daniels doesn't wrestle that much anymore. The last time we saw him wrestle was against Bryan Danielson the night that a month or two ago, or maybe more than, I think it was a month or two ago when Danielson and Daniels fought in Florida at Daly's place with the announcement of Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor. So got that. So there could be an SCU reunion, and then it'll just be maybe just Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian possibly maybe going for the tag team belts. I mean, they're the original first ever AEW tag team champions, so who knows? Maybe one final run as SCU. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's 3:30 in the morning. So all I got to say about that, it was a pretty decent show for Dynamite. Ratings didn't show for it. 919,000 views, down from last week, which did 930 something, I believe. Ratings have been kind of going way down, ever since the playoffs started. And you can't blame the playoffs, the NBA playoffs, but pretty soon you're gonna have the NBA and the NHL playoffs. Now the NHL playoffs start next week on TNT, so I think that's gonna play out. That you can still have Rampage at 10. You're gonna have like an Eastern Conference a game on TNT on Friday night, and then go right into Rampage. So Rampage might be a little bit late unless the game ends at 10, because it could go into multiple overtimes. There's no shootouts in the playoffs. So we're gonna have like the Rangers versus like Tampa Bay or Florida. It goes like 5 freaking overtimes, and we don't have Rampage like 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wants to see that. So what I think they will do, I don't know if it's gonna happen next, not this Dynamite, next Dynamite, or not Dynamite, sorry, Rampage. Rampage might be moved to Saturday on TNT. But we'll have to see what TNT does and what Tony Khan does with the scheduling of Rampage for the month of May. I think it's probably for the first two rounds of the tournament, of the Stanley Cup Finals, probably be preempted for May and June. Sucks, but gotta live with it. That's what happens when you put hockey on a network that's where it doesn't have hockey, which is TNT. But then you don't have to worry much about basketball because it's on TNT, when Dynamite's on TBS, so you don't have to worry about preemptions until the baseball playoffs, which is in October. It's mid-October mostly mid-October. So Dynamite, when in October, mid to end of October, will be preempted maybe a couple weeks that you have Dynamite on a later time or another night, or they'll do something. They'll figure it out. Maybe they'll have an early game and then go right into Dynamite at 8 o'clock. Like the 4:30 game will end around the time Dynamite goes, and Dynamite will be live, so it won't be preempted. But we'll see where we get there. It's a long way to go. Move on. All right, so Dynamite was all right. I gave it 7.5 out of 10 stars. But no one know you motherfuckers started the show in a comment or a video reply down below. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my channels, this channel and my other channels down below. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to smash that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to say my thank yous right now. I'd like to thank Lauren for coming in, and I obviously know my tennis for coming in. And that's pretty much it. And we'll talk about the Prophecy Discord server in the future. Probably over the weekend we'll talk about that. Probably a Saturday or Sunday. Well, maybe I might put the link there, but then again, if you motherfucking trolls decide to come in with your 6 million accounts, we're just gonna block you. That's it. But it's only for certain all the Prophecy members. But I have to talk to Lauren. I'll probably talk to Lauren sometime early tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon, early morning in the afternoon. I'll text you, Lauren, and we'll talk about the Prophecy server and what we're gonna do with it, and how we're gonna promote it. Because I want to get a lot new members in. I mean, we got a lot of members, but I want to get a ton more, especially in the server and on my videos. That's it. We move on. All right, now this is goodseats.com. You can probably get your AEW tickets for if they come to for the Nassau Coliseum show on May the 11th, and possibly for Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium when they come around in probably July. Cheap seats, but good seats. Yeah, hope so. Okay. Lauren says, final comment from Lauren. He will Chi-Town. Probably Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, I'd probably see Adam Cole versus Punk. I think we'll see Punk versus Adam Cole at All Out 4 in Chicago. But would you really? I mean, it would be a great match to have in Chicago. Would you really have Cole beat Punk in Chicago? Kind of happened with MJF, but I don't think Punk would want to lose again the second time in his hometown, especially to Adam Cole. If anything, I would have Cole win the belt in Florida, which is his home state, because he lives in Panama City, Florida. So I would have maybe either an event or maybe just on Dynamite, or maybe another Battle of the Belts and have it at Daly's place. And have no, I would do it on Dynamite from Daly's place. Have Punk Cole, maybe Punk wins at All Out, and then maybe like the Dynamite after that, or sometime in late September or early October. Not before Full Gear, so I'm going to do a rematch of Full Gear, but probably like late September or early October. They have the Punk versus Cole 2, and have Adam Cole win the belt in Florida, in his hometown. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I could see that. I mean, it could happen at All Out, but we'll see. All right. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. It's 3:35 in the morning. I'm going to bed. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your. If you're on the West Coast, have a good night on the West Coast, and on the East Coast, get to bed. And that's it. All right. So I'm going to bed. Thank you all for watching, Lauren, and obviously No My Tennis. Thank you for watching, and hope you'll be on my next videos coming up this weekend. I got a couple of videos coming this weekend. Tomorrow, I'm not going to do a video at all. Also, I'll be at a baseball game. I got work. But Saturday and Sunday, I will be doing some streams. So, my SmackDown Rampage review on my main channel, Killer Demon 669. Then probably I'll probably do another video, another stream Saturday night. Maybe TSL number 8. And then... And then probably Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, I would do a music stream, a live Q&A, just music related. We'll go about an hour, maybe 2 hours. We'll see what happens with that. That's on the Metal God channel. So I'll let you guys know. So hit the bell to get notified on my channel so when I do that video. And that's it. And then we'll get back to normal. beginning of May, as we start the month of May on Sunday. So that's it. Alright, thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out, rock on, rock hard with your Goat. And if you're not down with that, well, learn to love it, because the prophecy, we're real. We'll be in your dreams forever. And we're the greatest thing on YouTube and in real life, because you can't stop us, even if you tried. So, that's it. So, that's it. If you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you. Man, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll see you again next time. Peace, bitches.